Hello lads, ladettes, and lassies. My name's Josh and welcome back to another Attack on Titan. I hope that you're certainly enjoying these reactions and I am just... it's been a week already. Last episode, Zeke and Eren went through Grisha's memories. Grisha could see them and he apologized to Zeke. He just said he's sorry for being a terrible father to Zeke. He wished he was better to him. And that Zeke has to stop Eren, because Eren is on a mission, and we don't know what he's up to. We don't know what exactly he's planning. And Zeke seems to be in control of them in the spirit plane, whatever they're in, with the World's Tree and Ymir. But the last shot of the latest episode, Eren just standing there in chains, towering over Zeke. Zeke says he's in control, but could Eren try and attempt to brainwash Zeke the same way Zeke attempted to brainwash Eren? Or is Eren just gonna go full pedal to the metal? Is he gonna try and free Ymir? Well, he'll free her, but it's gonna do so he can start the rumbling. There is so much that can happen. And I need to get into this episode. So lads, I want to say this is the year 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. And let's get into this reaction, shall we? I am so not ready for this. Every week I say it. Been having banger after banger episodes. We have to watch the family die again. Actually, we didn't totally see them die last episode. We're seeing the fight now. Absolutely brutal.
You have every right to despise me! But even so, I will always love you! If only I'd let you be my son instead of trying to make you a soldier!
I know we've already seen this part. I'm getting goosebumps just rewatching it. Go on, Zeke, go ahead.
Father, you have to stop Eren. It's a shame we couldn't stick around long enough to watch me eat him.
Damn.
It was all you? Let you get everything you wanted, so... Does that mean... Yeah.
He's been manipulating Eren the whole time.
4 years ago. Dad's visions of my own future memories were revealed to me. What a sight to see.
Oh. So Eren's known the whole time?
Take the ability to reproduce from every last one of your subjects!
Eren's already in control.
How much of your future you witnessed in Father's memories? But you can't have found out.
Is he gonna tear off his hands?
After all, you came here without realizing that you wouldn't be able to control the Founder. Even now, you're as powerless as ever. There's no point, Eren. Ymir has accepted her orders and begun. Nothing in this world can stop her now.
Do not underestimate the power of Eren Yeager and his freedom. From you 2,000 years ago. Isn't the first episode titled To You 2,000 years? It's something really close.
Historia. Blow into this.
Why are we back here?
Ooh,
What is Eren gonna do?
That's a job well done.
So this is Ymir's history.
You'll find pain and suffering everywhere you look in this world.
Oh! love that no one has eyes. Everyone blamed Ymir.
So you allowed my pig to escape? I hereby set you free.
Are they gonna hunt her? Oh my god. Ugh. This has to be where she gets the power. What's that? It's like a snake. Oh. Oh. So the power of the Titans isn't from a... Well, a deal was not made.
My slave Ymir, you have carved out roads, cultivated the hinterlands, and built bridges spanning mountains.
Huh.
In the name of Fritz, bring them death!
So it's both histories. Jesus. So for Marley, the Titans were the power of death and destruction. But for the Eldians, the Titans were a power of construction. And both histories are true! And this is King Fritz too. Are we going to see him take his vow to renew like violence, or the Warhammer? No, okay, that wasn't the Warhammer, just some random guy. In the plains, she's a child.
Do it. Feast, my daughters. We must bear Ymir's power into the future, no matter the cost. Maria, Rose, Sina. You must give birth and multiply. The blood of Ymir has
So
to
that's
live
how it works.
on. When you yourselves die, let my grandchildren eat your spines. And let their children eat their spines. So forth, and so on, forever!
Did they only live 13 years because Ymir died after having it for 13 years? And like that became the precedent? Or is this something that's just not explained?
So long as this world persists, our reign will... I'll end it! Here and now! I'll put an end to this world! If you give me your strength! You're nobody's slave, and you're no god either! You're just a person! You don't have to serve anyone! You can make your own choices! This is your power! You get to decide! Do you want to stay here? Wait, Harry! Or do you want me to end it? You can't do this!
Oh, yes he can.
Thinking? You've been guiding me this whole time, haven't you? What are you waiting for? Do it, Ymir! You've been all alone. 2,000 years for someone.
It all... okay. And her eyes finally show. What? Did she just transfer the power of the founder of everything to Eren? There goes Flock! Oh my god. my god.
What is that thing? This is what Eren wanted all along! He's gonna send these Titans to Marley and crush the global military alliance!
He's gonna crush
Eren's
everything!
still our ally!
Zeke, did you?
Oh, Yelena, Zeke didn't do anything.
Eren.
There's no way! He would never!
What?
Mikasa! All the walls are falling, even Wall Maria! But he doesn't need that many Titans to attack Marley! Not if the plan is to just knock out the global alliance in Marley! So why do this? What can he be? Hear me.
Oh my god!
It's him! That was Eren's voice!
And the legions of Titans buried within have begun their march. My only goal is to protect the lives of the people of Paradis, the island where I was born. Right now, the nations of the world are united in their desire to exterminate my people.
Fuck.
And it won't end with our island. They won't be satisfied until every last subject of Ymir is dead.
Historia.
I won't let them have their way. The Titans of the Walls will continue their march until every trace of life beyond our shores is trampled flat, and the people of Paradis are all that remains of humanity.
That's where they end it? So much has been explained, and I still have so many questions. Oh my god. After credit scene? Nah. I need to look at that slide. I need to see the translation for what that slide was. Because it showed that fish thing. Whatever that is. Interesting. So it wasn't... It wasn't a god or a devil that gave Ymir her powers. It kind of looked like an accident. According to legend, the founder Ymir obtained the power of the Titans when coming into contact with something. For generations, her blood and power were passed down by the Eldians. However, the identity of that something which began in it all remains unknown. It may have been some type of pathogenic parasite, a god who pitied the founder Ymir and gave her power, or something else entirely. Oh. So even still, it's not explained. But it's not something exactly like how they were saying earlier with like the propaganda on both sides for the Eldians and for Marley. The propaganda for Marley was the devil itself gave Ymir the ability to transform into Titans. But for the Eldians, they were saying God himself did the same thing. But even in there, it doesn't even say God himself. It says a god who pitied. Potentially leading to something saying like more than one god in this universe. Or pathogenic parasite. So it could be just a creature that was... Ymir was truly at the wrong place at the right time, or the right place at the wrong time, wrong place at the wrong time, all that. This poor girl. For 2,000 years, she's been a slave, creating and molding Titans. I'm pretty sure the first episode of this series... Oh shit, that's the wrong button. I'm pretty sure the first episode of this series, let me check real quick on my Funimation, is called 2U 2,000 Years Ago. And this is 2U 2,000 Years in the Future? That's not how you spell attack. This was so good. How has every episode in part 2 been one of the best episodes of the series? 2U 2,000 Years Ago. Okay, that was the episode I just watched. 2U in 2,000 Years. That's episode 1. Oh my god. Such clever titles. Even the episode titles have all been seeding up to this moment. And Ymir has been working for thousands and thousands of years, sculpting these titans, taking orders from the founder, whoever had it at the time, or whoever had royal blood. And Eren was the first one to tell her that she's a person and she deserves her freedom. Everyone else has used her as a tool. And Eren was the first person to tell her, to break her from the brainwashing of King Fritz. Because she had the power of the Titans. She could have destroyed King Fritz's army. She could have destroyed everything for Fritz. But because she was a slave, she was born that way. She never thought she could not serve him. So even when it cost her her life, she died protecting him. She's been a slave for thousands and thousands of years. Until Eren Yeager. Subjects of Ymir. And what it looks like, she passed on the Titan, like the coordinate, right? Or whatever you would call it, the fish. She passed it on to Eren, and she reconnected his head to his spine. Now, okay, the question is, is his head truly reconnected to his spine, right? Or is it like a really long-necked Titan? So like Eren's head is still over here, his body's over here, and like this is a long neck. I hope it's reconnected. I hope it's just like that. His Titans are absolute. This is episode 5. There's 12 episodes in this season. What's the rest of this season gonna be about? Eren's gonna destroy the world. He's truly gonna destroy the world. Except for Eldians, and he sent out a message to all of them, telling them to get to the island. He's gonna kill everything, except for what's on the islands. That was great. And he's leading the charge, too. He's not staying on the island, he's leading the charge. I wonder if he hopes his friends would forgive him for this? Or if he kind of has it in his mind that what he's doing, like, no one will ever be able to forgive him or understand him. But he's doing it for them. He's definitely doing this for them. Like, even if he's able to succeed in destroying the world, except for Parody, he can only live, at most, I think, 1 or 2 more years on it. He's not doing this for himself, he's doing it for the people. He's doing it for his friends. And I think it's safe to say, he was lying to Mikasa when he was saying that Ackermans were slaves and that he hates Mikasa for it because she can't control all of that. I think he was lying when he was saying that he hates Mikasa. No, I think it's definite that he's lying, that he hates Mikasa and that the Ackermans are slaves to the founder. Because there's already a lot of holes in that story to begin with. I think he's just trying to keep Mikasa away from him. Because he knows what he's going to do. And he might be the only one who can live with that fact. Man. Oh. What an episode. Ymir's backstory. I'm so thirsty right now. Ymir, man. I really thought when we saw Historia and her sister, I thought we were going to rewatch her sister making Historia forget about her memories of her, so we could get an example of what it's like for Ymir to use her power. But it was just this really weird. No, not weird. She was reading a book. I think, was she reading the book with Ymir, like with the devil giving her like the fruit? And it just like seamlessly went into Ymir's backstory transition. Yeah. So much happened. I'm so glad I wrote down that the first 2 minutes of this episode. I'm so glad I wrote it down because I would have forgotten about it. I'm looking at my notes. I wrote down like 2 things, and one of them. Hey, this is more of a minor note, but I was thinking if Eren always showed his dad, or if Eren always like motivated his dad to kill the family, to kill the royal family, and his dad is so horrified of what he's done, why does he still give Eren Titan Serum to start it all? And it seems that the answer is Eren showed him a select group of memories of the future, or of, I don't know if it's the future that's yet to come for like us watching, or if it's the future that Eren's experienced of everyone dying, like all of his friends, close friend comrades, and all that. Marley attacking. Oh, he might have shown him the Marley attack on Paradis, the siege of Paradis. He might have shown him that, but he showed him enough for Grisha to be so scared, and Grisha's time was running up too. I don't know how much time he had left on Paradis with the whole 13-year thing. If we've even seen the, like, I don't know if we've seen people with the 13-year thing. We might have. Or I don't know if, like, I know it's been implied. I don't know if we've seen a Titan live longer than 13 years, or if like we've heard of accounts of it happening. But like with his 13 years probably running up, didn't have a lot to go with, so he had to go with Eren's plan, and he had to subject his own kid to start it all. And Eren knew about all of this the moment he touched Historia's hand. He saw a glimpse of the future. He saw, I guess it's to insinuate he saw himself motivating his dad. And then he's just been trying to work a way to not get to that scenario. And all roads pointed to that scenario. He can change the past, but I guess he couldn't change it that much. Well, you can change the past. Like if Eren never did motivate his dad, it would have changed the past so greatly. But for the future that Eren wants, where Eldians can live, a future for his people and his friends, all roads ended up pointing here. After he tried everything, tried to build trade communications, tried to reach out to the world, there is nothing he could do. The Titan animal, I've talked about it like that. And I absolutely love, that both histories are true. From Ymir, and from the Eldians' point of view, and the Marleyan point of view. From the Marleyan's point of view, Ymir and the Eldian Empire were horrible monsters. Granted, King Fritz himself was a monster. And I wonder if we're ever going to see him take up that vow to not do violence, because it seems like he didn't do that. It could be a different king, but terrible person. But for the Marleyans, Ymir was that destruction, that death, as well as the Eldians. And for Ymir, but for the Eldians, the Titans were a gift. That helped them build, expand. They were something good. For the Marley, it's all about perspective. And I love that they didn't just go for the fact that there's a good side and a bad side. There's two sides to the history. And whoever was the victor is the one that's able to tell the history. It makes sense. If the children's names are Rose, Cena, and Maria, and it's the king's vow to unleash the colossal titans in the walls, then the king would name the walls after his children. So I guess it is King Fritz's vow. But it can't be, not yet. So it has to be a different King Fritz. Maybe. I don't know. I'll probably understand it when I rewatch the episode while I edit it. How was this episode so good? How have we had 5 amazing episodes in a row? All contenders for best episode of the series. And then the tree that has all those splitting branches in like the world, like that world abyss. It was only one trunk with Ymir. She started it all. She and that animal thing started it all. And then the king had... I mean, I guess the king, in order to keep the power alive, he was kind of right. He was right. But, like, no, it was horrible. Like, I'm not saying he's a good person, but this is a hell of a jump to go from, this woman died, let's eat her, and you will get her powers. I don't know if that came with a manual, or maybe in the culture. I know, like, in some cultures, there was, like, that thing of, like, you eat your enemy, and you get your enemy's power. Maybe that was something in the culture back then. It worked! And thus, the Eldian bloodline that we know of today was created. And it all goes back to Ymir and Fritz. So, like, there were Eldians back then, but the Eldians now all descend from, or so, they're some form. They have some form of descent with the Titans and Ymir. Like, those Eldians back then, I don't think they'd be able to transform into Zeke's spinal fluid alcohol Titans. Like if you just gave a random peasant back then, like one of Ymir's slave friends, they were Eldians, I don't think they'd be able to transform. But any Eldian from her bloodline would be able to transform. Because we see, like, once they ate her, the tree began to split. And once they began to have children, this tree split more. I'm just really curious as to where this 13 years thing came from. I don't know if we get that explained. I don't know if I missed it as I was just gawking at this episode. But this answers so much. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I know I always say this, but I've been watching My Hero with Micaiah. We just watched 4 episodes the other day, and now we're going to go on hiatus because his school started up again. But it's so much fun watching My Hero with him. But My Hero doesn't have, like, the biggest plot. This, I am going to love so much going through with him. It's going to be so good. He's not going to be... He prides himself on predicting everything. Oh. Not this show. Not this show. Gotta say, this is a great episode. Every week. It's been amazing. Whew. Eren started the rumbling. He's going to destroy everything. We finally know what he wants. A little bit of genocide never hurt anyone. How did it get to this point, man? How did it get here? Seeing Eren, because I've just rewatched Attack on Titan to get here, and seeing Eren go from this kid that wants to have freedom outside the walls, dreaming of a place to live, finding freedom for his people in the sense of killing all the Titans, and now he's fallen and risen so far. I don't think 13-year-old Aaron, or 15-year-old Aaron, however old he was for the majority of the series, I don't know if he'd be down with this. I don't know if he'd be able to do this. But it makes complete sense now. What, 20, 19-year-old Aaron? What is everyone's goal? Or not goal anymore. Like, what's everyone gonna do now? I mean, like, we saw Flock. I thought he was gonna get crushed by some boulders. That would have been nice. He survived somehow. Peak is still alive. We saw her in that whole daydream. Well, not daydream, like the message, I'm Aaron Yeager. I wonder if McGaff is okay. He kind of got crumbled in the walls. And he does not have Flock's plot armor or Peak's Titan healing. Right, we saw Rhina there too. I'm so excited for the next episode. This was so good. I don't know how they do. I don't know how they keep making banger episodes. This is so good. Yeah, lads. Well, I think that's everything for today. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Again, this is the year of 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah, help us get there. Subscribe, notification bell. Like I said, we have My Hero Academia reactions coming up on the channel every Thursday. Not Mandalorian, not there. Well, we do have Mandalorian reactions, but Halo, the TV show, is coming out, and Anthony, Matthew, and I are planning on watching that, as well as Moon Knight. We're also planning on watching some of that too. So, if you did enjoy this, make sure you stick around. Check out all those reactions. If you like anime reactions I've gone through, Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann, to Promise Neverland Season 1. And yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you back here again next week.